One of the most challenging areas of recruiting is trying to determine a player's heart.
Yes, it is. I can always find empirical data or information on, how fast he runs or if they made catches or tackles and things like that. But being able to evaluate his character and his heart and, just kind of what his makeup is, and trying to figure out how that would fit into the culture of our program.
Yeah, that's those stats of the catches and their speed and all that's a very concrete thing that can easily be evaluated. Heart of a Champion Sports is partnering with ScoutSmart to try and develop a process that will help us look beyond those stats and help us find what's really inside that player. And the initial throw at this is coming from some research with Angela Duckworth and Karen Dweck. One talks about mindset, the other one talks about grit. And these two components will help people understand how well a player would fit into a program and how persistent they would be and how much they would see themselves as being able to improve based on their mindset. So I think that's going to be an exciting thing as we work together trying to develop that.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds great. How can I sign up or how can I help be involved in building this product? We really need something like this that can really help us find, truly the nitty gritty on the players we're trying to bring into our program.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to find. So we do need organizations to help us figure this out and prototype it. We do have an initial part in play, and we're trying to work on that right now. So I'd say just contact ScoutSmart, and Diane can connect you up if you're interested in being one of those that's working on the prototype.
That sounds great. I look forward to it.
Okay, cool. Programs that really are successful in the long run focus more on developing the best players, but developing them more to be their best selves. And if you have the players becoming their best selves, then you are really accomplishing the goal. That's even more important than winning. But then winning becomes really kind of a byproduct of that. It was certainly proven by UCL and John Wooden. That's kind of how he approached the game. You are not really even competing against the opponent, you're competing against your best self. And that's kind of the culture that we're trying to bring to your program.
Yeah, we're always looking to try and find ways to um, build these players, kind of in a holistic view, the whole
Right.
body, the whole person,
Yeah.
and obviously the character development and things like that are always something, we're always looking to infuse in our program. How do I find out more about this?
About Heart of a Champion, you can check our website. It's heartofachampion.sports.com. And you'll see on there some examples of the curriculum and so forth. And then I try and personally work with each program and train a head character coach within that program that will help develop individual team character coaches if there's multiple teams as you work this down into the hearts of each individual player. On top of that, with a mentoring system that follows the curriculum.
That sounds great.
Hi, this is Diane from Scout Smart, and we know we have a lot of analytics to help you find recruits that will fit your program. We want to make sure they stay in your program. So today I'm joined by Tim Adcox, who is the Executive Director of Heart of a Champion Sports, and Burl Jordan, former defensive line coach, to talk a little bit more about those things that aren't quite so easy to measure. Tim?
Hey, Burl, what is one of the harder things for you in recruiting? I know you got a lot of stats and a lot of things that you can analyze on these players. How do you know more about them as the person inside?
Yeah, so it's pretty easy for us to get, the empirical data on how fast a guy runs or how many catches and tackles those guys get, whether it be through the services we have or from the coaches. But I wish there was a better way to evaluate, the character, kind of the makeup, the DNA of the student athletes and how they would fit into the culture of our program.
Yeah, those areas that you've got all those stats on are super concrete and they're easy for you to kind of define. But then looking beyond that into the heart of the player is a little more challenging. Heart of a Champion Sports is partnering with ScoutSmart to try and develop something that'll help you guys with this, to try and help you find out what's kind of beneath the surface on these players. And really, we've got a beginning product on this, and we're looking for people to help us with the prototype. And it's based on two different researches, one by Angela Duckworth and one by Karen Dweck. Duckworth talks about grit, and every time I talk to a scout or a coach, they want to know the grit of a player. Well, this is a way for us to kind of figure that out. And then Dweck talks about the mindset of the player, how they see themselves and how they see themselves being able to improve as they go forward. So these are some things that we're really trying to work on to find a way to get beneath the surface and find players that really fit your program and will stick with it.
That sounds great. How would somebody like myself and our program get into where we kind of get on the ground floor of this and help kind of, build this product? It's
Yeah.
really something we need that can benefit us, and we'd like to be involved in that.
Yeah, we really value your input. So it's just not us thinking about it. We need the live action information from you guys. But contact Scout Smart, and Diane will be able to contact us, and we can work together on developing this product. We already have a basic prototype out there, and we need your help in making it better.
Sounds great. Look forward to it.
Okay, great. Thanks, man.
Awesome. Just reach out to us, scoutsmartrecruiting.com or at scoutsmart_ on Twitter. Thanks.
Go ahead, Burl.
All right. Hey, Tim, how's it going? I was just trying to get a little more information on what is Heart of a Champion.
So Heart of a Champion is in place to try and develop character and really the heart of a champion within each athlete. We work on developing a culture of character within your program. It's real important that these players find out who they are inside, that they're more than just the athlete, and work on a holistic approach to developing them going forward. So we do it through training of head character coaches and team character coaches that I do personally, as well as a curriculum that we have that is working on habitudes for athletes is a really good curriculum to work on, and then a mentoring process on top of that. And these are the mechanisms that we use to develop character within your program.
That's great. And talk about the benefits of it and how it will help my program.
Well, what's going to happen is if you see the programs that are really successful, and I'll just use one that's been around for a long time, is John Wooden's program at UCLA. He was one of the most successful basketball coaches ever. And he really didn't have the players think about competing against their opponent. He had them thinking about you're always competing against your best self. And so when you focus on creating an environment in which these players are working on their best self more than battling against their opponent, you're going to, on the sideline, get those wins that you really want. And you're going to create that culture that's going to be reproducible. So you're not having to reinvent the wheel on this. And when players come into your program, you're going to say, hey, this is how we act when we're in this program now. This is the way that this program operates based on character.
That's great. That sounds great. How do I find out more about Heart of a Champion?
You can find out from our website, heartofachampion.sports.com. You can contact me. My information is there. So just give us a call and reach out to us. We're happy to work with any program along the way.
Absolutely great. I appreciate it, Tim.
Sure.